Good morning, fellow gardeners! Welcome back to another video. So I got two potatoes here. This is a normal potato, and then I got this one right here. So what's the difference between this normal potato and this one? Well, this one is already trying to find its way back to nature. Let's zoom in a tiny little bit. Everyone should be familiar with the potato forming sprouts. It's a natural process that happens over time if you just let your potatoes lying in your kitchen or basement for extended periods of time. And this is what today's video in the Sustainable series is about, how to regrow potatoes. And I'm going to present you two simple ways to regrow potatoes. And yeah, I hope you're going to enjoy the video. So the first step in regrowing your potatoes is to put potatoes you bought, for example, at the store. Maybe you have some leftovers, which are not cooked yet, obviously. You are going to leave them lying in your kitchen or somewhere where it's below room temperature, in a dark place where it's a tiny little bit humid. Actually, it really doesn't matter where you put them as long as it's not way high in the temperatures and very dry. For example, in the kitchen, it's going to regrow itself pretty easily after a few weeks of time. Now, once the potato reaches this stage, it's actually rather easy to regrow it. There are two ways to do so. The first way is to just put this basket right here into the earth. And then you are going to wait for quite a while, up until it starts to put a plant out on the top of the earth. This is the first way. Let me show you real quick. Now I already prepared the place where the potatoes are going to go. I already put a few here into the earth, but I still have two more. The first version, as mentioned before, once you see those growing out of the potato, you can just put it into the earth. And it's going to do its thing totally on its own over time. Just put it into the earth and then put some earth over it. And yeah, then you are basically done. Water it and then you are good to go. After a few weeks of time, you are going to see a few plants growing out of the top. Now the second version is for people who maybe have a dry ground or where it's already summer, for example, but you still want to grow some potatoes. If it's very hot outside, you run the risk of those not growing properly. As mentioned before, we don't want to have it in a too heated environment. What you can do is you can put them over a water bath for like 8 days to 2 weeks, and then they are going to start to grow some roots. And once they have roots, you can put them into the earth. And this is the next one we are going to try out. Now what we don't want is the potato to drown in water. This is why you can grab yourself a toothpick or something of that kind and then just shove it into your potato. And then we are going to hang it into some kind of bucket or whatever. I'm using this little vase for it. This planting pot, and now I'm just going to put water into here such that I'm going to cover a tiny little bit of those. Okay, let me grab some water. And well, that's about it. We are going to keep eyes on our progress over the next few days, weeks and months, how the potatoes are going to turn out. And the next stage is to take a look if this sucker right here is actually growing the way it's supposed to be. And yeah, I'm going to see you in a few days of time, which means in a few seconds from now here in this video. So, what do the potatoes look like? On the one hand, we have this one right here that we put into water, and well, it starts growing some roots and we can finally put it into the earth. This is already more than enough for it to definitely grow into a nice potato plant. Over here, we have the other potatoes that I simply put into the earth, and you're going to notice that, well, they start to grow. They're here, little plants. Over here there was a very small plant, which is still a bit underneath the ground, but it starts growing already, see? This one right here, the small one. And yeah, now it's time to put the other one in. Once you've planted them, make sure to thoroughly water your future French fries in the first 2 to 3 weeks until they've grown into proper plants. Just a few more days have passed and you can now see that the potato is getting bigger and all the other potatoes are going absolutely wild. This is seriously wild. So many potato plants. Yeah, it's amazing, and if we wait a bit further we can see even more progress. And in a few weeks from now we are going to have potatoes. A rule of thumb for growing big and strong potatoes is to not water them too much. Water them frequently, but don't overdo it. Reason for that is that the potatoes are the plant's water reservoir. The more you restrict the plant from receiving water, the less the green leaves at the top will grow, consequently prioritizing the growth of the fruit in the soil to keep the plant alive during dry times. Also, you won't run risk of the potatoes rotting away due to high moisture surrounding your delicious fellows. And this is how you can grow your very own potatoes. Pretty easy, am I right? And I hope you did enjoy the first episode of the self-sufficient series. And if you did, why not make sure to subscribe to the channel for more episodes on the self-sufficient series. And also, don't forget, I'm doing woodworking mainly here on this channel. So definitely also make sure to check out some of those videos linked down there in the description to my DIY project playlist, for example. If you got some feedback for me, how I can improve the self-sufficient series, make sure to leave some comments down there below. I know the audio for the potato start was a bit poor. This was just because I lost my my audio, my external one. I don't know where it went. I probably deleted it by accident, but it doesn't matter now. I put some subtitles there, so everything should be understandable, I suppose. Other than that, more episodes to come soon, and up until next video, I'm wishing you guys a flammable day. Please stay safe. Ciao.